what can the Congress people do? Well, you should do, there's two parts of it. There are the people who have homes in foreclosure and are losing them or about to lose them and things of that sort. Well, I guess you could say, well, make low-interest loans to them. Go in and say, look, let's see if we can remedy things somewhat by making a low-interest loan where the taxpayers basically are going to pay for it. So that would be for that part of the problem. For new growth, for building more homes, what can we do to spur growth in the high desert to encourage people to come here? Well, I thought that one of the things that would happen, it's kind of like if you have an idea or if you want to do something, the first thing you have to do is get attention, get people's attention. And I've thought to myself that if I get elected, if I'm fortunate enough to get elected, I think that would focus some interest on this part of the country, on this district, because where have you ever heard of a bona fide plastic surgeon? And that's what I am. I'm a real one. I'm not a, that just does breast implants and things like that. I ran burn centers, for example, the biggest in the world. And I took care of a lot of sick and injured people, people with cancers and other forms of real maladies. So that I think that would focus the attention on this area, which, as I say, is the first thing that you have to do if you have an idea or a project or a thinking. You have to get people's attention. And in the same way, perhaps, that Ronald Reagan did. When people turned around and said, wait a minute, what do you mean, an actor is going to be governor? Well, yeah. And then, yeah, you mean he's going to be president? Well, yeah. And he was good in both jobs, I think. Well, again, I would go back to the first item, that you've got to get some attention to this area, and by virtue of me being a congressperson in the area, I think that would, whether I want it or not, and I would want it, I would get some attention here, and people would be coming here, people from this newspaper and perhaps other newspapers and magazines and things like that, and that would focus some attention on the area, to cop a phrase. I think that as I've indicated in those papers that I sent to you, which I think speaks to a certain ability. I was debate partner with Nina Scalia on the Supreme Court when we were in prep school together. I said high school. I don't want people to get offended. Call it a prep school. It was a Jesuit military school. But I think I have some ability to speak either to individual people, persons, and to groups, and I've certainly done that. And so I think that is an ability that can be put to good use to encourage business to come to this area.